Hey guys, it's Amy. Well, today is September 24th, and we have got the headlines that Usher is going to be the new Satanic halftime performer at the Super Bowl. And this pattern of his, I guess, announcement is going to be really familiar with a lot of the same patterns that we talk about a lot. So, guys, if you're new, teaching Gematria, it's the practice of coding letters into numbers. It's easy peasy. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. Reverse it, reduce them down. Each word has four ciphers in the main ones that are going to associate with each word. And by learning this knowledge, you can see through the rituals that they're doing in all the headlines and all the events and all the movies. Just the symbolism's right in your face if you'll just open your eyes to see it. And they've got the world so blinded that people can't even pick up these patterns anymore because we're too busy learning bullshit schooling that they give us through the public school system, and then we go to work our whole life and then we die, you know. So we get to sit back and admire these elites and how they get to go on all their trips and have all this money, and they're literally doing this shit by patterns, and they wonder, and then they tell you history repeats, and this is how it repeats, just a new character, same ritual, a different character. That's all it is throughout time. And it's going to be a prime example, so of what they have to do to get there too, because with fame and fortune does come sacrifices, and we're going to talk about that as well. Because last year we had Rihanna as our halftime performer, and now we have Usher, and we're going to talk about this, how they did this same pattern. So here's our next puppet. He's going to be the halftime show performer. Here's our headlines. All the media is wanting to push it into your head. And here's why he was chosen. Because if you write out the name of this upcoming Super Bowl, and see, people say letters can't be numbers, but yet letters can be numbers. Roman numerals. Prime example, Roman numerals. So if you write out Super Bowl LV 123, and you write out Usher Raymond the Fourth with Roman numerals, you're going to get a three cipher match with a mirrored effect on the fourth one. So you can see why it was time for him to come to the world stage for this Super Bowl. Now, Kim Kardashian's going to play something in this too, and I haven't really looked into her yet, so I will be doing an updated post to this pretty soon. But this Super Bowl is going to come 120 days after his birthday, and we know that's a big Illuminati number. We know that this is what this is, right? These are Illuminati rituals, skull and bones rituals. They're all the same people. It's the elites. Like they go by a lot of different names, I guess you would say. People call them the cabal, the shadow government. It's all the same damn people working by the same damn code. So his very first album was called Usher. It debuted in 94 and it came out on August 30th. So this Super Bowl coming up is going to be on February 11th. His album was August 30th. That's 201 days, or a span of 202. See, if you count the end date, you get 202. Skull and Bones is 202, and we already know about the 201s. I don't have a screenshot of the 201s up here, so if you are new here, the veterans already know, but if you're new here, 201 plays a big part of the Jesuit order, and that's why you get your president on the 20th of January. I mean, there's just so much to this. And it's actually going to be the 30th anniversary of him hitting the stage, of the world stage. So if you look at the day the Super Bowl comes out, the Super Bowl is going to be on the 42nd day of the year. We know that's a number associated with Black history. So we are going to be 201 days from his 30th anniversary of coming to the world stage with his debut album of Usher. And this Super Bowl will be played on the 42nd day of the year. And you can see why they did this. 201 days before his 30th anniversary. And the Super Bowl's on the 42nd day of the year. Now, when I say this same pattern, so I want you to look at this 201. So we're 201 days, before his debut. This is Rihanna's cousin, and she died a couple months back after the Super Bowl. Now, Rihanna's cousin died abruptly at the age of 28. We know that's a kill number. And they waited, so they put it in the headline September 1st, but the girl actually died August 13th. So they waited to put this in the headline because August 13th was the kill date. And each month you're going to get a day that's, when you write out the word kill, 44, 17, 64, 28. One day a month, you're always going to have date numerology that adds up to at least 3 of those. This month we had all 4, or that month in August we had all 4. And this girl abruptly died at the age of 28 on August 13th. Now, they waited to announce it, which was a ritual all in itself because they waited 20 days, and her name was Tanella. So they waited 20 days after her death to tell anybody that she had died, which was also the day leaving 121 days left in the year, which is a blood sacrifice number. So we can see why they waited to tell anybody about it. She actually died 174 days from Rihanna's birthday, or 191 days till the next one, which we know the 174 is the number of the beast, Society of Jesus, or New World Order number of the beast number, and Society of Jesus is 191, like how the distance of the calendar. And you have to wonder, where did calendar come from? It came from the Catholic Church and the Pope. We're speaking their language on their time system, and they're using that calendar as a playbook to do these rituals. And that's why you see these same patterns coming to a head. This death headline of this girl came 201 days from the Super Bowl. So Rihanna stood up there and performed, and she made a sacrifice for it. And her cousin died 201 days from that Super Bowl, or a span of 202. Just like Usher just got announced, or just like Usher's going to perform 201 days before his debut album, or a span of 202 days. It's the same pattern that you see with Rihanna. It's the same pattern that we just seen yesterday with Chris Lee Knows Best, the daughter Savannah. Her boyfriend got killed yesterday. And guess what? He's dead. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. The 170 days. 170 days from their anniversary of their release, when Sacrifice is 170. You can see how these people have to sacrifice people when you learn a code. You can see why Usher is being chosen for this ritual. So Rihanna was actually chosen for this ritual. This is an older post, but we're going to go through it here. So they came out and announced it on September 25th last year that Rihanna was going to be our halftime special. And she has those 14454s connections. And it's happened with her maternity release. It's happened with the Super Bowl. It's a pattern that you can trace all throughout her career. See that 202 right there, span of 202 days? Well, that's her birthday. Her birthday is the 20th of February. Last year's Super Bowl was played on the 43rd day of the year, and the day leaving 322 days left in the year. So you can see why Rihanna was chosen for the halftime show on the 43rd day of the year. And it's a big skull and bones number, 322. And that's what she was right there. She was the Super Bowl LV2 halftime show performer. This was her announcement. Look, she wrote "Let's Go" on hers. Let's go. That's how she announced hers. Let's Go is 30. Much like this next Super Bowl is going to be on the 42nd day of the year, 201 days from Usher's debut, his 30th anniversary. Like they do these rituals over and over, just like they told us Rihanna had a new clothing or her new clothing line. So this was the headline on August 9th, which was the day leaving 144 days left in the year. They decided to tell us all about her son, how she was coming out with this new maternity capsule. Looky here, maternity capsule 202. Skull and Bones, 149, 202. When they actually announced her that she was gonna be the halftime performer, they did it 149 days before her birthday. Let me find that right here. So it was 149 days when they put that announcement up there. So they announced her on September 25th. The Super Bowl was February 20th, 149 days before her birthday. And you can see why. Just learning these same patterns. We talk about the same numbers over and over. They did this big Super Bowl ring in a big ass ritual. Look, they did it at Union Station. They did it 123 days after the Super Bowl. What was on the ring? Chiefs Kingdom. That's the picture the headlines put out. They released it 123 days after the Super Bowl. There's your Super Bowl. I think I said it was the 20th a few minutes ago. That's Rihanna's birthday. Super Bowl is the 12th. Yale, that's where football comes from. Football comes from Walter Camp, which is from Yale. Skull and Bones comes from Yale. Rihanna got to be that halftime performer last year, on the 43rd day of the year. It was also 149 days from Mahomes' birthday. So, walking into this, if you knew that Rihanna got asked to be in the Super Bowl or announced that she was going to be in the Super Bowl 149 days from her birthday, we know that Skull and Bones are known as Order 322. And then you find out that the game is 149 days from Mahomes' birthday. Who do you think they have scripted to win that game? What makes you think the NFL is not scripted if wrestling is? Like if wrestling's scripted, so is so is everything else. The video that they actually gave the public was 1 minute and 20 seconds long. Much like how Usher is going to be in the Super Bowl 120 days from his birthday. These are all just rituals after rituals after rituals, and you got to learn how to pick up the patterns to know what's going on. And you know what? Yale's birthday is October 9th. They said it was a ring fit for a kingdom, and they were the Super Bowl LV2 champion. See, a ring fit for a kingdom. They did this ceremony at Union Station. They had 54 diamonds in it. Like these are just scripted rituals. About a month ago, the Titans quarterback, his house explodes. And they say it was a natural gas explosion. You're getting those 81s. 72 days or a span of 73 days from his birthday. The death of it comes 115 days from when he drafted, which that's a number we talk about all the time because Masonic, Lucifer killing, they all equal 115. He drafted at First Energy Stadium, and now his dad died in a natural gas explosion after he drafted at Energy Stadium, and it was 174 days before the upcoming Super Bowl. There's that number of the beast and the New World Order again. This guy right here just dedicated a touchdown to his daughter on September 17th, said it was divine intervention. His daughter died 201 days from his birthday. So his daughter died 201 days from his birthday. He makes this dedication 62 days before her birthday. And it was 4 years and 46 days after he signed. So 46 days after his draft anniversary, he makes this tribute to this touchdown, and 62 days before his daughter's birthday, when she actually died 201 days from his birthday. I'll show it to you here. There you go. So she died April 30th, 201 days from his birthday. Just like Rihanna's cousin died 201 days after the Super Bowl. Just like Usher's getting picked to be in the Super Bowl 201 days before his debut album. Same thing happened with the wrestler. Brad White died at 36. His name equals 36. And he died 201 days from his debut anniversary. You can see through these patterns of the headlines by just understanding that A equals 1 and B equals 2 and C equals 3, and there's a reason they taught you the alphabet the way they did. And what's going to happen on February 11th? Everybody's going to have big Super Bowl parties. They're going to spend a whole lot of money on food and these little decorations that all your big box stores have for you. Everybody's eyes are going to be peeled to the bread and circus on the TV. Nobody's going to give a damn that Rihanna's cousin died 201 days after her big performance. And I guarantee you there's going to come a sacrifice for Usher as well. Just like Super Bowl, if you write out Super Bowl, it equals 112. When Snoop Dogg was in the Super Bowl a few years back, his mom died 112 days before that Super Bowl. When Snoop Dogg equals 112 and Super Bowl equals 112. And then his mom died. It's sacrifices for fortune and fame. And he's going to be no different. And I'm sure we'll decode that story when it comes. But guys, I'll catch you on the next one, and I'll talk to you later.